We only get one life. It's so hard.
It's not.
it.
Yeah, it's hard as hell.
Even when it's not hard, it's still hard. And I go,
it's fucking hard.
So literally just do whatever
Life's
you want
crazy.
to do.
Nah, this is insane.
Guys, we are here with stand-up comedian NORE DAVIS. So happy to have you on.
Thank you.
Corinne and I are big fans of the way your mind works.
Ooh, thank you. Well, that's a fucking dope compliment. Thank you.
Your sensitivity is palpable through Instagram and through in person, of course, but through Instagram. And I think that's a pretty rare accomplishment.
Thank you so much, man. I'm in my head fighting for my life every day. fighting that voice.
Yeah,
like
it's a hurricane.
Self-awareness is one of the big things because I'm realizing like, you know, I came from like narcissistic parents. I mean, like my mom, like my dad was just a cute little man, you know, trying to live his little life. And then, you know, he fell in love with this monster, but who didn't know she was a monster, you know what I'm saying? And then through therapy, I had to like backtrack of like, okay, she was just transferring down the abuse and the emotional abuse from her father. And the father taking that from what his job, like he was a custodian in the projects and long winters and an alcoholic, right? So her, and discovering the inner child and discover, oh, my mom's inner child is locked in the closet in the Bronx. And so she just had to be a hard woman and just do what she had to do. And then it's interesting because my brother would tell me like, yeah, man, like he's my biggest fan because he tells me all the time, like, you don't understand, I saw what you went through, man. Like she tried to break you so many times.
She treated you different?
Yeah, treated me like she was like very much more hard on me.
Yeah,
and my brother, like, cause like we don't understand. Like, y'all have siblings? Or
I do. I have an older brother that's my closest companion in my life.
Okay,
I have
that's
a younger brother.
And you got a younger brother. So we don't understand. They're casualties of war as well. Like
I call him my war buddy. I call him my war. I go, we were both in World War III together. That is our family.
Yes, and I didn't realize that. So he's, you know, my brother's watching what I'm going through and just like, damn, man. Like I remember mommy did this and that, and just digging up things I buried just to keep going forward and not even know I buried. So he's like, no, look at this grave. This is when mommy blah, blah, blah. This is when mommy punched us in the chest because we didn't clean the dishes. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, wait, what? And then I'm just like, wow. And I learned that in therapy of like, you know, the way trauma works and your brain is protecting you. It's like, yeah, no, bury it. Like, don't dig it up because maybe that's the reason it is protecting you. Yeah. So, okay. So given all that backstory of like, then my mom, you know, y'all know she passed away 3 years ago. And it was just so abruptly and she left me with the worst parts of her. And I'm just like, so I'm at this funeral and everybody's like, and you know, and that's how narcissists are where it's like the facade. You know, look at the great house, look at the 3 little pigs, and everybody's doing it, but they gotta do, and I'm a great this, and then we're on the inside going through hell, you know, like being beat and yelled, and people don't understand what we're going through. But they're like, what are you talking about? She loved you. So I'm just in that funeral just sitting like, oh, so we're not gonna talk about the times that I went through? Like, so this is just gone. That's just what's happening.
Right.
And I never had the opportunity to talk to her about it because like she was just, I'm good, I'm fine, everything's fine. You know, kept that hard demeanor. Yeah. And I just felt so empty. And then I had to realize, all right, I have to heal this because I'm not gonna get it. Yeah. And so that's what I learned through our, you know, dealing with our baby boomer parents or Gen Z, like they just don't got it, right?
Yeah.
Like
there's a huge gap in understanding. And I guess there always is between parents and kids, right?
Yeah.
But like, I was trying to do a bit on stage. I'm like, the government needs to provide complimentary hostage negotiators for millennial children with baby boomer parents because it is impossible. Like my parents have said to me, like, why don't you, like my dad would always say, why don't you call your mother every day? I'm like, what? He's like, I call my mother every day. I'm like, did you like that? He goes, no, but I still did it. I'm like, just because you suffered, then now you're getting mad because I found a way to live a more relaxed life for myself. Like
the calling is out of control. I go, the phone works both ways for a reason.
Yeah, they always get mad at you for not calling and they don't call. And I'm like, but come on, guys.
Well, it's not just, I mean, it's grandparents. It's all relatives. I go, we could all be calling each other.
Yeah, so true.
I don't really know why.
And y'all saying that gives me that sense of control, right? Do what I used to do. Like, why are you not listening to me? And I remember that, man. That brings me that time of like when I moved out when I was like 24. Like, and like moved out in a way of like violently ran away because of like, why you don't call your cousin? You need to call your fucking cousin. I'm like, I don't even know that nigga like that. Like, what are you talking about?
What
like,
is with
He's like additional family members. I go, I have nothing to do with these people.
And then
Please.
exactly.
Please.
Like, I don't even. I'm
call
not.
him.
Yeah, I'm not even connected on his like Instagram. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it was a huge fight, and then that was the first day I moved in with my dad. And like, even though my dad's very quiet and everything, but it was just peace. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just being yelled at it, told what to do. Very militant. And yes, I remember that.
Did you get criticism a lot? Just
Oh my
criticized
God.
forever?
That's
that
really-
chips away at your soul slowly until you burst, unless you figure it out and go toe to toe with it in a ring almost. But one thing I wish I could tell anybody that hasn't, like, I say before I realized she was like that and after I realized she was like that.
Yeah.
Two different versions of me you're getting.
Oh my Lord.
But you have to know that facing that doesn't feel good.
It doesn't at all.
But what's on the other side of it is better.
Oh my God, it's beautiful. And it's really breaking down what is that voice? Who is that voice? Because we definitely do talk to ourselves. But what I learned, I had to break it down so the way I picture it is a silo and it's just an intercom voice. So there's me and then there's my inner child Nori. Then there's like 20-year-old Nori, 30-year-old Nori. And then this intercom voice, that's the negative violent voice that we picked up from our parents being conditioned of like, what they're projecting onto us. And as a child, we didn't realize like, we're sponge, so we're taking it up. Like, complaining, never being happy, within the system that they're dealing with at the time of like, capitalism, being a woman, being black.
Yeah.
Like all that pain has to go to somebody. And it went to me, unfortunately it went to me and my brother, my transgender brother. So now I know like, okay, now I know that voice is. And then now, like me and you, like Corinne and Krystyna, we've been talking how to translate that to stand up.
Yeah.
And it's so funny how like, that voice is not us. Like there's so many people in jail that listened to that voice and thought that was them.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like you stepped on my sneaker.
Honest mistake.
Yeah, right.
Honest mistake,
You stepped on my sneaker? Like, that motherfucker stepped on your sneaker. Yo, shoot him. Yeah, I should shoot him. It's just like, no, that's not you, bro.
Yeah.
Like, or that's not you, sis. You don't have to do that. So I have to learn that voice is like that thought is connected to an emotion and separated. And I'm just like, all right, be quiet, shut up. No, that's not real. That's not right. Even come over here. See, you running late. See, they judging you. See, they're not even gonna like you. And I don't even know why you doing this podcast. It's like that just to keep me like every day trying to destroy me, bro. Like to keep me small.
Every day.
Every minute.
Because every day up until this point that you realize that you start working on it, it was seeping into your brain and so it's just gonna take just as much time, if not more, to undo that programming. Have you done psychedelics at all?
I have not done
therapeutic sense.
No, I have not. I am curious to do like mushrooms and like maybe some type of whatever the new pill is. But no, I haven't. I just been really sober as fuck.
That's amazing.
Trying to figure out like, all right, that voices, and then what I learned in therapy is like putting thoughts on trial. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, interrogate them.
Corinne doesn't really want you here because she never really talks to you like that, and that's a thought. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it said.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not true. We talked at the party,
Yeah.
and that's it. So it's really this whole Law and Order fucking like in my head, and I'm just like, here's the evidence,
right?
And then it's
not true.
It's quiet.
Yeah, and then when you find out, you're like, there's things like trauma can make you think that a situation is true when that is not the situation that's happening at all. That's where I currently get like so much the shame demons just go, see, I fucking knew you were a fuck up and your brain's broken.
Yes.
And it's jarring. I think the most jarring part about our narcissistic parent that I've discovered so far is that I thought my mom was the shit. Did you think your mom was the shit?
Of course.
I thought she was. We had best friend necklaces.
Yes.
We
My
had
safety net.
Yeah. And then you're like, it's like the scene of Mrs. Doubtfire when Sally Field at the restaurant where his mask comes off and she goes, the whole time? The whole time.
That was you the whole time?
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
So when did the switch flip for you?
And now what is, in regards to what?
Like realizing your mom wasn't perhaps your safety net.
Oh, man. In therapy. And my therapist asked me to say like, hey, present your mom writing a letter and say like, see what she says of like, hey, how did you raise me? How did you feel like you did a good job? And then so through that letter, she just wrote all about, well, I did this for him. I did that for him. I did this for them. And she never talked about like how proud she was of me or like anything she was processing. So it was like this way to see of how like putting herself on the pedestal of like, I ain't doing anything wrong. Like, there's nothing wrong. Like,
So this was a literal letter that your therapist asked your mom to actually write.
To actually write, yeah.
Oh, it's very interesting when they...
she just handed you proof of her narcissism.
Yeah.
That was easy.
I've never done that. I've never gotten homework for my parents from my therapist. But my brother did, and I was like, it's very interesting when they get the like, even asking them to do the homework.
Ooh, yeah, and it was through email. So it was like through email, and it was just like pages of like everything she's done for me and how I should be thankful and stuff like that. And then my therapist like, yeah, I'm so sorry. Like, you could see where this is coming from, like why you're not being heard for who you are, being seen for who you are, and being loved for who you are. And and that's the hard thing about a narcissist. Like, it's basically like calling a white person a racist, like, because they have to face that shame, and then people don't want to face shame or accountability. What are you talking about? I'm not no racist. What are you talking about? Then you have to look at their actions. Like, you have no niggas in this neighborhood. What are you talking about? Like, what are we talking about here?
You gotta look at the other parts of yourself.
Or like you're a snake, or like snakes don't know they're a snake. You feel me?
Yeah.
But you bit me and you poisoned me.
You got to zoom out, snake. You're gonna see other animals.
Snakes don't know it's a snake. So I think that's the thing. I'm starting to break down and stand up how to talk about it and joke about it. But I feel like right now I'm just brushing the surface of it because, audiences like that emotional education, and also maybe looking within themselves, and that's hard as well too.
Once you realize, once you did it, and you're like, oh, this is better. I can actually actualize myself. And don't you want to do this too, audience? And no,
exactly.
No, it's way too much work. I mean, like even when you're talking about like the kind of condolences that you were receiving at your mom's, funeral or wake or whatever it is. People want to check in, but they don't want your response to be complex. They just want to say like, rest in peace to the greatest woman who ever lived.
Oh my God!
Then we
sorry.
We can all agree on that. And then wipe our hands of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's within the capitalist system that we're in. Very Squid Game, right? Like, oh, I'm so sorry that happened. All right, are you ready to race?
Right.
Yeah.
You ready to get back out there?
Suck it up,
Here
buddy.
we go. Suck it. Yep. Suck it up. You're all right.
Well, yeah. I mean, I always said basically after death of a parent, you have about 2 weeks, so you better wrap it up because that's what society is going to give you. I was like, obviously, you're personally going to need more time than that, but like I just warned everybody. I go, you have 2 weeks publicly to deal with it. Whatever you do privately is on
Hide
you,
that
but just allocate that time and know that know that after that, all your work is going to be due to your boss. Your friends are going to start talking about their breakups as if it's on the same level as what you just went through. So like all that shit is going to resurface in the same way. So just kind of like be prepared for that.
And you're right. And I hate it.
Yeah.
And I just keep fighting it because it's like that. It doesn't have to be like that. Like, we don't talk about death. We don't talk about grieving. Like, at the end of this, we not there. Like, I watched my mom die. Last I watched my auntie die. Oh that was 3 months ago.
Jesus,
and then you could just see this whole religion, Christianity is just like, it's just energy that's just gone and it just floats. And I didn't feel none of that kingdom of judgment. And like, there's this whole billboard of angels of like, hey, did you commit a sin? Choose me. I'll make sure you get into the gates of heaven. Like, it's none of that. It's really just this passing of the energy, and able to process that. And then, we live in this society where it's just like, so sorry for your loss, bye. Or sending love. And it's just like, what's the tracking number, nigga? Fuck you talking about? Like, what are you talking about?
I didn't get it.
Sending what? Like, what are you sending? And it's just that thing of like, it felt like a rejection when somebody gives you that. Like, I'm sending, it doesn't
interesting.
It doesn't feel a feeling. Like, I feel like condolences, I feel that more. But then like a sorry is just like, oh, I can't handle this. I'm sorry for you.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so sorry for you.
Well, because it's like, it's interesting. I find like condolences in different forms to be interesting because it's like they want the credit for saying something to you. So it's got to pop up on the Instagram.
Yeah.
But they don't actually want to have to be there for you unless they're really like your close friend.
Yeah.
So it's just like, oh, this is just some kind of a weird point system that you're working on.
Exactly.
Which is like, well, that's like a larger concept of us all having this need or many of us having this need to be like a good person. And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, that being good and being someone who's perceived as good are two completely different
Yes,
things.
they are.
We care too much about our reputation with others when it's our reputation with ourselves. That's the one that matters.
That's real.
That's the one that matters.
Because I'm like, all right, so what's the end game? What do I want? What do we want? What do I want? Like, I think I just want it all to slow down. I feel like it's just so fast. Like, why is there not a time where we all, I don't know, take a couple hours or a day to stop? That's why I love
great.
snowed in days.
Oh,
like,
me too.
I love
Yes.
when Mother Nature's like, you know what, shut this shit down.
Yes.
All right. You know what I'm saying? Like, not even Uber Eats can get to you, people.
Yep.
Fucking stay home and chill out. Not saying I love COVID and all that or like inside the house, but just a moment where everybody can just have a minute to like, we can grieve other people that passed away or just a minute. Just a minute. Why are we so fast to like right back to work, right back to making this made up thing called money and just like into the system?
It's all a lie. It's all somebody's idea that we agreed to. We don't gotta agree to that.
These goddamn earth signs.
Yeah. Did you ever have a moment with your mom before she passed of like having a real conversation? Did you attempt a real conversation?
I did. I tried once and it was just like, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. Everything's good. I'm gonna get better. And you know, she just getting more slimmer and slimmer and slimmer. And it's like, obviously not. And she's like,
So you tried to have a talk with her about mortality?
I tried to just have a talk with her seriously, but then she just like wouldn't engage, or she would just look at, like, she would tell everybody around her like, oh yeah, no, I'm getting better, I'm gonna be all right, and then look in my eyes like, I want to go home, I want to go home.
Right.
Wow.
And I'm like, I know, I don't know how to get you home. You know, I couldn't fix it.
Yeah.
And it was just so hard. And again, through all this, I give her grace because I understand where she's coming from. It's too hard. It's just too hard. And maybe don't even have it, right? Like, she just didn't have it.
And they both exist at the same time in terms of like what you went through is unimaginable or really difficult that any human being being pushed through that in the society, being a Black woman, the year she was born, being expected to be better. Like there's just a million factors going into how she behaved.
Yeah. So there's always this constant devaluing of myself, like not loving myself, like seeing that I'm not good enough or great where I need to be, you know, always comparing, and that's the shame within the whole toxic voice in my head. So breaking that down or trying to stomp out the shame, but then there's that, do I even believe it? Or how can you not believe when it just keeps whispering in your ear?
Yeah.
You know? And
your whole life you were so convinced. You're really convinced that reality is not what it actually is, and that is like, it's very scary. Did you ever get like, what was your main side effect from being raised by a narcissistic mother?
Ooh, the side effects. Side effects are finding women exactly like her. Exactly like her. So that's the journey that started of like, why am I ending up in these relationships? And they even no callous to those women too, because that's what I was literally looking for. But that knowing I was, like, I'm just attracted to like somebody belittling me, yelling at me, and then me fighting to prove them wrong. Like, I'm proving you, like, I can love you, I can change you. And then on their side, they're like, I'm never changing. Like, but I know I could change you. And it's just like, yeah, you could. But I didn't know that at the time. So I'm just like, I want to love you. I want you to be my wife. And so, like, this is everything I've been, like, putting together. Like, I've been writing in a play. And I'm going to translate to stand-up. And then, but, like, a play is just such more powerful.
Yeah.
But, like, I've just been seeking this love. Like, seeking family, love for my mother and my family.
Yeah.
Because then I can see how they can give it to other people. And I'm like, I want that. Okay, so I gotta find somebody to love. I gotta find a wife and then get married, and then that will
I'll
make
feel good.
Then she'll love me. Then she'll see me. So it's always this thing of like being seen. This little kid, this my inner child, wanting to be seen, wanting to be heard, wanting to be loved. That's all he ever wanted. That's it. That's all we ever want. Like, even we do stand up, we're literally performing for strangers and like letting them know, like, hey, you see me, right? You see me performing, and then there's like, what's the goal? What's the carrot? Is it to like, is it fame? Is it money? Because even all those things, then you're still not happy inside. We hear so many things about suicide. We hear so many like people are just doing the wrong things with their money, and like the videos and all that's coming out. It's really that true happiness of like, of how we were raised society, and then how our parents were raised within that. This passing down the generational trauma, and what's great about this conversation is like, it doesn't matter what gender, race, You are like, we all been experiencing this trauma, and it's really up to us to decide within ourselves. Like, we can change this. You know, we could change this. We just have to heal ourselves, which will be able to hopefully heal others. And yeah, that's where I realized that, like, the relationship I was in, like, why I'm in the holding cell twice.
Like, yeah, and you look back and it's easy, like, before you made all the realizations, to look back and go, man, they were terrible partners. A part of you wanted that person to be a terrible partner, and that's like, oh,
yes,
okay. Yeah. So personal responsibility is my golden ticket. I found recently, just because you can always take it. There's no shame involved, and it's only going to make you interrogate your own choices in a better way.
Taking that accountability, man, of like, I was looking for that. No, they're not the worst. They're not the worst girl ever I dated. It was just like, I was looking for that. Like, of course, I'm looking for an unhealed woman. And I didn't even know what healed was. It was just somebody who was just a reminiscent or adjacent of my mother. Yeah. And that concept was crazy. Like, I think I heard about before, like, even watching movies, but like, literally being in it, you're like, whoa, hold up.
Yeah.
I'm the villain, nigga. Like, that's crazy. Like, I'm looking for the villain. And so when I have that notion of my art, I'm like, nah, I need to talk about this, because I'm still coming from a place of shock. And it's something that, like, nah, you can't wake a person up. They have to have that moment when they want to wake themselves up. So I guess I'm talking to people like you and that are like, that have been woken up from it.
Yeah. Well, she tried to like cue me on to certain things with my, like, did you have your friends go, Nori, what the fuck's up with your mom?
Yo, like, not even mom, it was like girlfriend. Yeah. Because mom is like that facade, like, oh, she's great. That's, you know.
Presented
and then and then, but you know, she's complaining, whatever. That's normal, whatever it is. Yeah. But then with the girlfriends, it's like, you start being isolated. You know, it's the stages of a toxic narcissistic relationship, of like the isolation. You know, like, your best friends are gone. Like, now y'all doing separate podcasts. What the fuck happened there? Then you isolate. Then you manipulate it to think of things that's not true, because you really don't know who you are. Yeah. Because you're doing things to please them, to love them. Yeah. And they just know that they can control you, which gives them satisfaction of like, because they are coming from a place of total fear. Total fear. That's all it is. Like, and under that fear is shame. So if I control it, then I know that I won't be hurt.
You'll be safe from it.
That's all it is. Like a snake is a motherfucking snake. Word. But a narcissist is like somebody who's hurt. That's like, if I could control this shit, that'll never happen again. So coming from that place, you can't heal somebody's fear. They have to heal that themselves. So that's what I'm learning. Like, I always love, like, getting to the fucking core of it, because it just never felt right. I'm very intuitive. Pisces moon shit.
Oh, I was just gonna say, are you Pisces? I'm a double Pisces.
Oh, okay, word. Yeah.
But like, but that sensitivity, like, when you're a kid, one, you're already sensitive as a kid, but then when you have that, like, people are born, like, my brother and I are just different. My brother's just less sensitive than I am. I'm just more sensitive. Yeah. And he was affected by my mom in a completely different way, not positively, but he can handle himself because he doesn't have a chip of there's something wrong with me on his shoulder because of who he is naturally. Yeah. And so, but man, when that sensitivity, that's how you get to, like, I swear this is the reality, and it's just not.
This don't feel right. None of this feels right. And then I encourage your people, your listeners, just like, if it don't feel right, you're fucking right.
Yeah.
Like, that intuition, like, you didn't know, like, oh, wait, should I listen to that? And then here comes the intercom voice, like, I don't know what the fuck they talking about. Like, no, man, that shit is horrible. You know what? What you need to be doing is being home and not being out there. Why would you do that post? You don't look good. Like, that judgment, just judge yourself, that shame, like, you're gaining weight or you're losing weight, you know, stuff like that to keep you small, to keep you inside. The same things on the outside of, like, isolation, manipulation, control. So you just have to, like, have control of yourself. And then people look outward. Help me, God. Help me, Jesus. Or, you know, Allah, whatever you need to make you feel like somebody is controlling you and giving you that vibe. You know, not say I'm an atheist. I'm saying that some people, it's just hard to look in, like, to see see the light within yourself. There is light there, you know, but once you snuff out that light, now you're looking for other people's light to follow. Look at this shit.
Yeah, like attracts like. And when you get yourself right and you have a less cracked foundation, which is, you know, it takes time, but once you once you do that, that's the thing that emanates from you, Nori, because like you can tell you're holding your inner child's hand the whole time. Like
man,
that's the
so
energy I get
fun.
from you. And it's like, wow, you've been through hell and you've really healed. I mean, healing's ongoing. You
Yeah.
heal until
Oh,
you
yeah.
die, but you have
never
a good
heal,
start.
always healing. I say,
Yeah.
never heal, always
Yeah.
healing. Yeah, that's what I learned on stage now. Just like me and my inner child having a good time because that's where the jokes come from. That's where being that kid, you know, just having a good fucking time. Like, isn't this funny? Don't y'all be funny? And now when I'm performing, I don't know if y'all see that now, like how people is not laughing like that much no more. Like people just sit there and laugh, or they'll be like,
They take it in. They're like taking it in.
yeah,
It's
this is poetry or some shit.
Well,
Like,
that's how you know that you're presenting ideas that like you're just ahead of them.
Yeah.
Basically. I mean, that's what I always look at it. You know, not to say that the audience is stupid, but they are. And,
a lot of times
you're
they
always
are.
real. I
well,
love Corinne.
especially also like when they're together as a group. I think maybe you could get to the level that you're at, like if you're having a one-on-one conversation, but like for everyone to kind of simultaneously agree in a group setting to what you're getting at, like they're not going to have the ability to access those parts of themselves, especially in public. And there is a part of us like that we're entertainers, so we can, I think, access deeper parts of ourselves and be more vulnerable in public in ways that are completely seem crazy to others.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, I watch it all the time, and like even I said, I was watching you when I was, you know, still at the clubs every night, working on your grief material with your, you know, your mom, and I love specifically watching people work on death material because it's so difficult, and I love watching the audience and then watching how the comic handles it and going and getting mad at the audience because they're just like not ready to go there, and then I'm like, death is coming for you all. And they're like,
So
no,
angry.
I
want a refund.
I hope I didn't come off like that.
no, you weren't angry. I was angry
good.
I was angry on your behalf. You you
Okay.
were cool as a cucumber.
Yeah.
And working through what you need to do.
All right,
you do.
dope.
What was the
'Cause-
one you had something about baseball card? Isn't there a like?
Yes.
That,
Oh,
I love that because it was like
yeah,
my two of my favorite topics combined.
Yes, because like your
Definitely
dad has a
baseball
shop,
cards.
right? Your dad has that shop.
Yeah.
But yeah, I came up through like baseball cards and also like basketball cards and Pokemon cards. But like so the obituary card, I just have a metaphor. The obituary card is basically a Pokemon card,
Right.
And so now I got this obituary card. I bring it to a funeral home Pokemon tournament, and I can play my mom. And then now I just fly through that metaphor, and I am enjoying of like people just like, wait, how am I in this world with you? What's happening?
Yeah.
This is disrespectful.
Yeah.
God is watching. Like, you could just see the Jesus and God judgment come.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, we're not even at the pearly gates.
Yeah.
But you guys are just like, Christianity, like, or any religion, they're just soldiers on this planet. And what blows my mind, nobody came back to confirm anything. No, like they're just really going off of.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you, this is
Your guess.
And
That's it.
yeah. Like, no, I'm doing his work. And it's just like if you literally read it, and I have read it because I had to like go through, I have that church trauma as some other people do. Like, I love the church for community and the music, but then the manipulation of the words.
Oh.
Woo, they good at
It's-
that. I was like, nah, this nigga didn't say none of this.
It's a
Oh, that's
lot.
not what he meant. So anyway, bring it back to like just coming into that. And that's the inner child of me of like, happens it was a Pokemon tournament. And then like, now your mom's dead. And then like, now we're using her points and what that person did. And then now it's just this whole world. And some people can enter it, some cannot. But I just love staying there and having fun because I think that's what comedy is. It should be. Because now we're starting to see more of like, do a joke, be quiet, right? Like, we put ourselves in, in the clubs we was at, like, Love New York Comedy Club and all that. Like, it's touristy, right? So, and that's where it's so much harder than, like, musicians. Oh, man, they could just hide behind their music, but
This
audience.
is a naked art.
Nigga, like, the audience is our instrument.
Yeah.
Like, y'all are the guitar. That's crazy if I string you and you just go,
Right.
like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I do feel like they are laughing less. Like, but I'm realizing
Yeah.
maybe it's because I talk about this deep shit too. Like I talk about, but I try to make it accessible for people who are like therapies for queers. you know? Like, I try to talk to that person, and I
Yeah.
talk to the realized person. I try, but it's like
It's so much deeper because you really have to see where did that guitar. We have to ask ourselves where that guitar came from.
Yeah.
What they've been through.
Yeah,
Did they like
yeah.
them tickets? Did they have the drinks? A guitar is just a fucking guitar.
Yeah.
For a musician, but for us, it's like, where's this audience? And then it's like, all right, you have your fans, and then like you start finding your audience,
And they love
like
when you twist that knife.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they love having fun and going there with you. So I mean, that's what's beautiful about us, right? We're just these artists, and I'm learning that now, like Like we're just all right. Let's just keep throwing this blanket out on this ocean and see what shrimp that we catch. Like, oh, this shrimp likes me.
Yeah,
This shrimp like,
yeah.
oh,
That's
this
so
fish
sweet.
likes me. This Finding Nemo likes me. Oh, this sequel hates me. Okay, not this one. You know,
Yeah.
and it's that. And you know, now I'm starting. You know, because like, yo, I really respect what y'all do in this podcast, man. Y'all the OGs of it, man. Like,
Oh, thanks.
like when people were like, nah, man, fucking podcast, I gotta do a podcast. Like, nah, y'all was with it and consistent with it. And now you see how things are transitioning of like, you have to be your own artist, your own following. Then the whole crane of industry comes and picks you.
Yeah, they want it like pre-done, basically.
Yes.
You can't. Being talented is so far from enough. You have to be your own producer, your own hype man, your own director, your own
Million
publicist.
views.
So
all the
imagine
videos.
being an artist or any person and nobody tells you that. You don't love yourself at all, so you're looking for somebody come
I fit
rescue me. And my nigga,
Sure.
the chopper not coming, and that's beautiful. I had to find the love within myself of like, okay, I have to build for myself, not wait for somebody to
Yes.
come do it. You know, it's and we didn't have that support. Like my mom played it to everybody, like, oh, my son, he's so fun. Cause they tell me that every
Dude.
day. Oh, she loved it. She's so proud of you. I'm like, my nigga, I never heard it. And I don't even want to disrespect my elders, but to be on some like, yo, fuck you, bro. Like you
Yeah.
don't know what I've been through.
Have you ever
And-
seen your mom come to like one of your shows before she passed and like was like you watched her take in and kind of peacock the fact that that was my son. You're all here to see my son.
That's
and
a
you're
great word, peacocking.
Yeah.
Yes. That. That.
But
and
like,
then there was
did you get satisfaction out of her feeling? I used to get satisfaction out of like it was almost cancerous of like that's the feeling she wanted and I gave it to her.
Yeah.
Yay, Krystyna, you were a good daughter today. Like
yes. Cause I just like yo, I'm not sure, but I came up through the bringer shows. So like,
Yeah.
yes, she
Oh,
would
yeah.
bring her friends and her teacher friends, and they're just like, you saw my son, you saw what he did, right? And I remember getting to that point, like, mom, I want to be a comic. Like, hell, there ain't be no fucking comic. You gotta go to school. You better finish your fucking degree. Like that whole thing. Then I realized my whole engine or drive was proving to her I can fucking do it.
yeah.
And then the bringer shows bring her there. And it's like, look what he's doing. Oh my God, I support him the whole time. You know what I'm saying? I know everything.
So confusing.
And I'm there like, wait, hold on, what? You know, but I didn't even think about it. Even that reaction I just gave you now, my reaction there wasn't that. I just know it didn't feel right.
Yeah.
But I'm just happy, like, I did the set. It was cool. And then not until later on, like, doing it more of, she came to, like, one show and 2 shows when I did Levity Live. And, like, yeah, making it about her, you know, and eating all the food. I remember that. And then even me performing, her back was the stage and she was just sucking on chicken bones, just eating. She was fucking them shits up. And then I came on stage and my aunt was like, oh, that was good. And she was just like, that was a good joke about me. Like that. And it was just like, well, all right, well, wait, the whole set, did you enjoy it? You know, and then...
Yeah.
She only enjoyed the parts about her. Yeah.
Yeah, and then through and then from there, it's like, hey, mom, I'm going to DC. DC? Oh, man, that's how you getting there? That's far. It's dangerous out there. You going to be all right? Like, and it was like, no, I'm going to prove he's all right. You know, that was my engine. And then so when she abruptly passed, I had to realize through therapy, like, oh, wow, I was doing this just to prove to her
Yeah.
that I'm great. And then that's when I went through the whole suicide spiral. And I talked through my suicide experience of like, luckily I had one comic friend who was there to like answer the call because it's just a darkness. Like inner child gone, like matter of fact, inner child turned on me. Like just like, nah, man, fuck this. We don't need to be here because she's not here no more. Why are we proving this anymore? And I just like that darkness in I remember my hand reaching the text on the comics and telling me like, no, you're here. You've been doing comedy for yourself. Like I never heard that.
Yeah.
Because I was literally doing it to make her see me, and I was never gonna get that. So that's when I did the retirement thing and all that.
I was
like,
gonna say with this.
yeah.
I was
That's
wondering
why you-
about. I didn't even realize about the suicide, but I was going to ask you, like, was your mother's death what prompted you to quit
Yes.
comedy temporarily?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah. Because I had to realize like she was my engine the whole time.
Yeah.
And then so I didn't believe I was funny. I didn't believe I was doing it just to prove that I can look, I'm doing it.
Right.
I'm making a career out of it. Don't
So when
you
she
see it?
died, your purpose died.
Yep. Yep.
That's
Gone.
Yep. It's tough.
Why be here?
Yeah. There's
Why-
no
why?
point. This whole thing, I can't even fight for it anymore. And I spent my whole
Why
life.
be
I cut my parents off, but I had a suicide. I was so close. Like,
Yeah.
woo! And I want, like, the idea of doing it made me so happy and at peace. But it's really, you don't want to kill yourself. You want to kill that fucking voice. That's what you want to fucking murder.
And that's the
but you
only
don't
way.
know that that's not you.
Exactly. You don't know that's not really you, who you are, because the whole time you've been told what to be.
Yeah.
Who to be. So then I had that moment, got out of it, thankfully.
How'd you get out of it?
Calling my friend Vonda Carla.
Oh.
Like my friend, like other friends, my therapist could get, right? I love Vonda. Like, and she talked me like, no, you are the light. You know, you're doing comedy for you, Nori, and you need to be here. And yeah.
She's talked me out of that too.
Just tears,
girl,
just crying. I remember that.
That was a good person to call.
Yes. And helped me definitely see like, okay. The metaphor I take about it is just like, all right, so now that I took that engine that died, now it's just I have to rebuild a whole new engine, my drive. Like, am I funny? Am I good? You know, like who the fuck am I? And that's and then depicting that voice. Now like my mom's gone, but then I still have the worst part of her in my head, you know. And it's quiet now because I'm having a great time with y'all and talking about my story. Like, cause then it knows I'm standing tall who I am.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it'll try to come back like, see, why'd you say that? No, I can't. Look at the numbers. Look, YouTube numbers ain't high.
Yeah.
Following is not high. No engagement. Like it knows how to get at you. And so that's my battle of just every day, just fighting that. And fighting, aka embracing it in a way of just proving it wrong. Just keep going forward. Like my body always just keeps going forward, which is great. So I know that. But yeah, that was my suicide shit.
I used to think like when I was going through it that like, man, what a pathetic reason to want to kill yourself, Krystyna. It's just because your mom was fucked up, and it's like, God damn.
And that's the voice, right?
Like, Jesus
that's
Christ,
right.
stop.
Yes.
That's why you want to do it so bad. So like, just shut the fuck up, voice.
Oh
like,
my God.
please stop.
Like if I know it was that. Like, I know where my dad's gun at. I know where it's at. Just do it and it'll be quiet.
Yeah.
And I think for me personally, it's just I want silence.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's like not even this world. And my mom is. It's just like I just cannot get fucking silent.
Yes.
Well, it's not silent when you're doing stand up, but that's one of my favorite parts of it is that you can kick other people out of the room for talking while you're talking.
Woo.
So,
but you can't kick that motherfucking
you can't kick it
intercom
out of your voice.
But what we're doing now, we are. And that's the way to do it. Just that awareness and knowing that's not correct. So like that's my work, man, of just like that voice that's negative, that's not good. That's critical. Like inner critic.
Yeah.
That's just so like brutal towards you. Like mine is so abusive. It's so just
it's every day.
Every minute. Like even getting over here, and just taking deep breaths, like, nope, that's fine. Everything's fine. What about money? What about this? Look at how much it costs to travel here. Oh my God, you're surprising. Like, how you gonna be like look, man, I'm getting to these ladies, and I'm gonna tell my story, and then I'm gonna go shopping with my other lady.
Yeah, there you go.
It's not that's it.
So I remember when I was at my darkest point, when I was like fucking around with those ideas, I literally would take one and go. I couldn't do it. I was paralyzed. I couldn't leave the house. I'm like, there's just 80 different things coming at me, and I'm like, take one leg, lift it up, go forward. I would literally take and pick up my legs. Yes. I'm like, geez, you have a bit on your Instagram that I fucking love. That the boundary bit where you're asserting a boundary and you're miming a gun. Like, okay. And it reminded me of like, that inner little kid, before you heal it, thinks that mommy is a monster that will kill you. Like they out to destroy you, wants to destroy you, will destroy you.
Yeah.
And it's like the second you can take the power away and go, oh, you're not scary to me anymore, mom. That's crazy. That's a crazy moment.
That was another, just like you said, Corinne, right? Like seeing the audience reaction of just like, they just see the surface level of like the joke goes like it's like taking the I Am Legend dog and breaking his neck, and they're like, oh, the dog. I'm like, no, remember the I Am Legend dog? It was a zombie. It was gonna kill him. Like, it was
are you even listening?
Yeah. Are you listening? And then maybe they are, maybe they're not. They just hear dog, and it's just like, okay. When we have this emotional education, like, all right, I'm in a kindergarten school, got it. So what I've been trying to like, I don't change me. I just kind of like, I gotta give them Cheez-Its in the beginning.
Yes.
Give them Cheez-Its, then give them crackers. And then I'm like, all right, you ready for the burger, baby? Are you ready for the motherfucking grief?
Right.
Pizza?
Yeah.
Because here it come.
Yeah.
And then from there, it's like getting who gets it and whoever doesn't, that's fine. Totally fuck them. But I know we're getting them. But yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, that's the metaphor I see. And then that's little Nori just like, oh, that'd be so funny. Like, right, you're setting boundaries. It's like, because you don't know that they are nurse or they are hurting you. So it's like they got bit by a zombie because you don't know the motherfucker got bit by a zombie.
It's a great metaphor.
And I always love that part of the movie of like when you see that person bit and they like, oh. They don't know they bit. Like, oh.
Yeah.
And so that's my brain, man. That silo and that voice going crazy. But me and little Nori just on the floor drawing. Like, remember this movie? Remember that part? We can join that joke with this joke. And I'm literally just a kid, like a big ass kid, having fun on stage of like trying to figure out how to paint these pictures of what we've been through.
Yeah.
And but make it fun, make it like all, you know what I'm saying, like make it loving and fun and having a good goddamn time. But like nah, thank y'all so much. That shit's dope, man. Yeah, I didn't realize that. Yeah.
And you're a parent as well.
Yeah.
And so
yes.
How do you feel like you're like trying to like make good on the mistakes that your parents made with your kid?
Oh my God, yes, yeah. Just soft parenting and love my daughter so much. So just like being, I don't know what's the term. Is it like just soft parenting, like liberal, just like listening, talking to her. It was great. I said like, what's your like? Because like she was going through the TikTok being sad about that, and I'm just like, well, you don't know about top 5, girl. Like I had to choose 5 friends. I felt like an army vet. You don't understand? We had to choose music and our top 5 friends. And I asked her just like, hey, who would be your top 5 friends? And she said, oh, it would be mommy, you. And she named 3 other of her friends. I'm like, why are we your friends? She said, because I tell y'all everything. Y'all cool. I'm like, oh, that's what's up.
Oh, that's sweet.
Like, wow. You see what I'm saying?
You're
like,
safe for her.
Exactly. And like, that's really so beautiful. Like me and her mom consider her friends. Because like, we're able to have that conversation and be open. And I never had that. Like anything you want to know, anything you want to talk about, like she's very open and I'm very open. And I think that's one of the greatest things I can do, like to be in her top 5 if she had a MySpace page.
Oh, that's sweet.
So that's really cool, being a dad and just like, like that's my nigga, man. Like just, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, just like the whole like, hey, do this, do that. But you could just see like, wow, that parenting that we been through was just passed down.
Yeah.
And being their cheerleader. So growing up with narcissistic parents, like you could just see like the ones who like, I guess I'll say quote unquote made it. Like you gotta think about Michael Jordan, like his mama has a whole movie called Air. The movie's just about his mama of how she believed in him. And I'm like drinking liquor, like that must be nice. Oh my God, like I could have been real. Oh man, like like LeBron and Bronny, like that's so beautiful.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like I hate the criticism that they're giving, but it's just like when you just have that support system within this system, it changes so much. Like Beyonce got Miss Knowles, you know what I'm saying? Like
Tina and her dad.
So we are really out here fight like by ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Especially then with my past and my dad, like, he's sweet. And but I learned through therapy is like actions. They talk through actions. Like that's how you could tell through the thoughts, right? Yeah. Like the negative thoughts of like the thoughts assume what they think of you, but if you just listen or see their actions, then that's how they show their love, display their love through their actions. And then so I see the actions that my dad does for me and holding me down. I'm like, oh, that man loves me. But that's just the way how he can communicate.
That's how he knows how to love you. That's how he knows how.
And who gonna teach me that? I had to learn that shit by myself. You know what I'm saying? It's really learning how to read. It's really learning how to write. Emotionally write by your motherfucking self. So
and like not detesting your own needs.
Yes.
Oof.
So
Not
it's
feeling ashamed that you need something.
yeah, man. So I don't know. I just love being I guess do comedy, whatever comedy, my art of being an emotional teacher.
You're a real psycho breaker in your family, Nori, because like the level of parenting your mom got, and then the level of parenting you got, and then the level of parenting you're giving to your daughter is not even close.
Yeah.
Like you jumped 8 timelines in between the way your mom taught you and the way you're teaching your daughter. That's a huge accomplishment.
Thank you. And even on the outside looking in, I hear that. I'm like, wait, what? I am?
Yeah.
All right, whatever. Like, okay. So like, but then I learned how to take those in. Like, did you ever have that before? Like somebody, oh man, you're so funny. And you're like, it wasn't that good.
Yeah.
Like I had to learn like that I'm disrespecting that person.
Right.
I didn't know that, like just belittling myself in front of them.
Like, oh, you're wrong about me. I'm not funny.
Yeah,
your
like
taste is poor.
Oh, Corinne, you're so funny. Like, you're full of shit. It's like, all right, so what I saw was shit. That's crazy. Like you're disrespecting.
You've
my
actually
opinion.
just never seen funny before. Damn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yo, just straight bashing myself, hating myself in front of them. I had to learn that. So I physically still can't feel it, but I know respectfully. I say, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And it's one of those things of like, you know, my emotions are this waterproof and their feeling just like runs down. But I trust them. Why would they would say that? Because I trust that they would say, they just would not come out of nowhere and lie to me. You know what I'm saying? And so then that's the trying to definitely breaking down the shame within me of like, no, you deserve love. You did this. Yes, you are this.
Yeah.
And you know, cause I'm telling you, man, words of affirmation, that shit ain't gonna work. I mean, I know people love to hear it, but you really have to look within yourself of like, snuff out or heal that patch of shame. And what is that shame? It is fear, anger, grief, the 9 stages of fucking grief. What? Like, where am I? Where am I? So like, I think that's my next hour of like, just start breaking down like grief stages and how that was all created and like, where are you? Cause then we'll just restart again and not even know we're restarting, you know?
Yeah, it's not in order for sure.
Yeah. It's weird, y'all. It's like, we're living in this society where the baby boomers are the lieutenant.
Yep.
The Gen Xs are lieutenants and sergeants themselves. Millennials, we are in the fucking war.
Yeah, man.
Some of our limbs are blown off. Some of us might be in a wheelchair, but we out here fighting bills and fighting racism, fighting sexism, fighting patriarchy. And then the Gen X and Alpha, they're in boot camp. They're being trained. But they're on TikTok learning. This doesn't look right, feel right.
Though
exactly.
In high school, middle school, and I'm like, babies, you poor like what that does to your spirit. I cannot imagine what that does to your spirit.
I'm so curious how it's gonna happen because then you have that, and then I have like a couple of my friends who like my kid has no social media. So now you're gonna have these kids that have no social media and these kids that do have it.
Yeah.
It's just like
they're both extremes.
It's like so crazy extremes of like, oh, playing outside, My Little Pony, and like, I have a job and I smoke crack. Like, or like everything is the worst at everything. Like just so grown emotionally, but like still scared on the outside. It's interesting. So like navigating through that and like, I'm just trying to like I don't know, have fun. Just have fun and show some loving art out there. And some healing because that's all we could do because like that's our legacy, right? Like that would be our legacy of like
legacy.
Of like, hey, this is just what I could do. Take these books, take these caveman, cave woman paintings, cave they them paintings, and all right. So this is how we can find within ourselves and move forward and love. Like so, that's
a good lesson. It's a good outlook.
Try.
It's exhausting breaking cycles.
Nigga.
It's so fucking exhausting.
Yeah,
like,
man.
can I just not learn a lesson for like a day?
Then there's that. Yes.
Just a day.
Can you leave me alone? Can we just be quiet?
Yeah.
Can we just have fun? And so then those are the times like take time for yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do nothing.
Doing nothing is like, it was so scary. It used to be so scary to me.
Right?
So terrifying. But it is nice.
And that's
You're not a lazy piece of shit if you do nothing for a little bit.
And that's, yes, exactly. And you're also sitting with yourself. You're not running.
Yeah.
And that's what I had to learn too. Like and that's why I took in from my mom. She just kept working and working. And I remember at that funeral, like, oh, your mother worked so hard. And then she worked so hard. She was always doing this and that. And in my head, I'm like, well, I wanted her to just sit down
and
retire.
Yeah.
But within her trauma, like, yeah, there's no way she could sit down. Like, she had to just keep running, keep going.
But probably for her, it might have been more work to sit down because, like, that stillness, you have to end up doing, like, the internal work. I mean, that's why we saw everyone, during COVID, we saw who had done some work on themselves and who had not.
You see what I'm saying? And I can't even imagine a voice in her head.
Yeah.
And then when told you my auntie passed, I have her journals and reading a couple of them, and I really got to see. Yes, my mom's her older sister.
Okay,
so my mom was the baby, and then like her older sister, like both of them just gone within the past 2-3 years. Crazy. Yeah. No, it's insane. Both my ladies that raised me gone is insane. Damn. I think I'm still at the level of shock of like, damn, they really just go,
right?
And I'm in the middle of like, I'm able to breathe. I'm able to be like, all right, okay, cool. It's quiet, a good quiet, like not calling me, berating me, telling me what to do, and then also I do feel a little guilt of that of like, damn, it's too quiet because I'm not used to that. So getting used to that new normal of that quietness, that stillness. But reading her journals, I got to know so much of her, of like exactly of this her voice, of like her journaling, the not believing in herself and fucking up and the alcohol
that's
and
gotta be
drinking,
so
like,
eye-opening.
and and just like complacent. Like I haven't been drinking alcohol at all. Like I don't smoke at all. Like you can see like these devices you use to block it out, you know, and see that what she went through. So like, it's a curse. It's a family curse. It's a family curse. That voice, like, it's a family curse, and I'm happy to like snuff it out, stop it with me, And whatever trauma I cause, I try to fix it within the day with whatever my daughter, ever just talking to her, like apologize whatever I did, of like any screaming or anything of like judgment, whatever, like try to snuff all that out,
Yeah.
And cause it's real. Like, and a lot of people are going through and not realizing they're going through it.
Right.
And hopefully our works in this, like, it's just trying to like let them look within themselves, and that's it.
Yeah.
We not even tell you like go to fucking therapy. It's like, bro, just look within yourself. That's it. Like,
just interrogate your own thoughts, give them some space to breathe, entertain them, and just try to figure out what's really going on here.
Yeah, who's really saying that? That's it. Like that
whose voice is this?
Whose voice is that? Not even, because that's how I try to help my boy. He's like, yeah, man, I thought I heard you talking about therapy and shit, but I feel like that's a way the man want you to be controlled and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really think about it. You really think that shit work? And I'm like, bro, like, fuck all the therapy shit. Just like the voice, like the way you're feeling, you're on something.
Yeah.
Like, keep questioning that. Keep asking that. Why? Like, what? And that's it. Because like once you see therapy, then now there's that trigger word to like, oh, this shit is demeaning and all that. Or like the word woke, like it's like, it's all been dehumanized. Yeah, exactly. So it's anything to just keep you small and to keep you as a soldier in line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To follow what? I don't know, working for somebody? Within where we're at.
It's certainly easy at first, and then you realize you're not satisfied your whole life, and then you wasted it.
So did you go to therapy and figure that out, like with your mom and everything? Like,
yeah.
Corinne
planted the first seed in me.
Nice. Was there a breaking point? Like, what was your breaking point? Like,
it was me. It was not your ex. Also, I mean, I know that was like
our only. You said, your only bond.
Our only bond was that we
she
both
told me one
there
day
was something off.
She told me one day, Krystyna, your mom's good at trying to kill herself.
Oh, right, I did say that. Yeah.
And I said this on stage yesterday in Baltimore because I'm really working. I'm trying to write a one-woman show about this. And I'm like, what the fuck you mean? Get my fucking mom's name out of your mouth. What the fuck? Like, I would get offended. I was so protective over her.
Yep.
But
listen, we've seen the stats. It's not that difficult. So
no, but I couldn't see the stat. I was still protecting myself from seeing the stats.
Yeah.
And I think the moment came when Corinne and I got our first big like entertainment check. And it was the biggest check. I didn't even know that it was possible to hold a check in my hand. I didn't even know they printed checks like that. I'm like, holy shit. I immediately wired it to my dad, and I bought a house, the whole thing to my dad, and we bought a house together so that they didn't have to move to Florida.
Facts.
So it was a beach house, and it would be part of my investment too, but I just immediately... And I didn't know you had to pay taxes on that shit. I mean, I'm still paying those taxes.
Yeah. But we're the new adults. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Nobody told us anything.
My dad
Toys R Us kid.
Yeah. I don't want to grow up.
I'm a Toys R Us kid.
Me too.
All day.
And I remember my mom would always try to kill herself a lot. And my biggest fear was that I was going to contribute to her taking her own life. And one day my dad said to me on a FaceTime, and I was trying to figure out a way to talk to my mom, but I couldn't because I couldn't be around her and not be mad. And she was taking that as, why would you be disrespectful? Why would you talk to your own mother that way? And my dad I don't believe he's narcissistic, but he was protective over her. So if I would come to him to complain, he would go, that's your fucking mother. And he said to me while he was sitting in the house that I half bought, he goes, you don't do anything we can be openly proud of you for.
Damn.
And I go, oh, okay.
There you go.
Stop talking to him. My mom emailed me. She goes, if I take my own life, it's your fault.
Oh,
but then that was an amazing moment actually, because I'm like, that was my biggest fear.
Yes.
And you said it to me. That's on you, dude.
Like it's
That's
nothing.
on you. That's on you. I still have rage. I'm doing a therapeutic mushroom trip on Friday that I'm really looking forward to, like getting the plaque out because I have it. The rage is
same. So fucking angry. Like this whole time I was with y'all. Like I'm doing this for you, and you still belittling me, coming at me like I'm the problem. But then that's their tool of controlling you.
Yes.
And
Have
making them feel satisfied. Yeah.
Have you seen the Kathy Bates video where she's getting interviewed about, I think it was the movie Misery. She won an Oscar for it. She had this big speech and she thanked all these people. And very famously, she would tell reporters, her mom was a narcissist. She would tell reporters that her biggest regret is not thanking her mom in that speech for winning the Oscar. And she was with a reporter sitting down, and the reporter goes to her, Kathy, you did thank your mom. And you watch her face go, no, I fucking didn't. And he plays her her own thank you speech. I want to thank my mother. It's like she saw a ghost. And she goes to the reporter, she goes, thank you. I don't know why I didn't think I thanked her. Because she made Kathy think she did that. And then who is it?
That's within ourselves, within her.
Tina Turner's mom, I think it was.
Oh man, yeah. I relate to her.
That
Mariah
story?
Carey's mom. That's a
I
great
didn't know
book.
about Mariah Carey.
People are so talented, though. It's the kind of drive that you need to really
Tina
get the
Turner, though,
out of
The
you.
trauma that drives us all.
I go, this is a list of the greats here.
It's crazy.
Is that that's the core of every award? It's like we're trying to show our baby boomer parents, or parents, everything. Look what I did.
Well, I think the
and
challenge,
then they still go, no.
Not enough.
That's the challenge of life. Being like, can I be great just for me? That's it. That's the challenge.
Then who teaches us that?
You,
yes.
Corinne Fisher.
I mean, that's what it is, and I understand.
Yes,
like,
I agree.
Because so many people, almost like every person who has achieved greatness, there is some reason why they did it. Something like they had to heal along the way, and you go, well, what if the reason you're great is just because you wanted to be great and you set out to be great? Like that also is an option.
That's also great.
It's a conversation I had with
my fucking option. Go ahead.
No, it's just like a conversation I had with myself. It's just like I want to live a bigger life, and I think and I want women to live a bigger life. And I said, so I'm going to run for mayor.
Yeah, I thought that was dope.
And then and I knew everyone would say I was crazy. I go, oh, fuck, okay, whatever. No one else is doing it.
Yes.
Why
That's
should you run
true.
for mayor? Because I fucking felt like it. Because I fucking felt like it is a fine idea. It's
a fine reason.
As long as it's not. It's not because I wanted power or control. It's because I have the energy. Truthfully, I didn't have the energy for a long time after my dad died. I have the energy to help people. I do think it's my responsibility because I had an easier start to life to use more of my energy to help people. And so I'm going to fucking do it. And everyone's going to fight against me. And then, okay.
Okay.
Well, even if you were mad at me for doing that, I'm still going to help you. I just don't. Yeah, I think we can all just be great because we deserve it. We only get one life. It's so hard.
It's not.
It.
Yeah, it's hard as hell.
Even when it's not hard, it's still hard. And I go,
it's fucking hard.
So literally just do whatever
Life's
you want
crazy.
to do.
Nah, this is insane.
Because every day I'm like, why? I'm like, this is a lot of days I wake up and I go, this is downright unenjoyable.
Yeah.
Right? No matter how much amount of money. And then I ask myself and my best friend, he's my partner, we write all together.
Nice.
Yeah.
He was the first one when we got into comedy together. I'm like, I just got a bunch of DVDs. Yo, bro, we gonna do this.
Yeah.
And the drive was Chappelle's show and all that, and do stand up. And now of this awareness that we're learning, it's really just we're happy, being happy.
Yeah,
that's the goal.
for
and
you,
then snuffing
for
out the voice
you.
for me.
For you.
What's your number? What do you want?
Yeah.
Like, what do you want? Like, all right, you get this number. Are you still gonna be happy? Then like and that's the same thing I learned for like the trauma of my mom and my aunt of like just running to get this thing, get that carrot, that achievement.
Yeah.
But then getting there, not happy. Like my mom had like 3 houses. She raised us beautifully. Like I always love her for that. And like, but even within those houses, there's so many stairs. So many stairs. Y'all don't clean enough. They don't clean enough. Then like, all right, got another house. Then there lesser stairs. But these stairs, my knees, they hurt. These stairs, just like continue to complain and just not be still and not be happy.
Yeah.
And so that was beautiful what you said just a little earlier of like, yeah, it's like that happiness for yourself. So now that kind of debunks all the awards. And then, but then that's the deploy of social media, right? Or advertising period of shaming you, getting that shame.
You're not enough.
Yeah.
You need this makeup to look pretty. You need these shoes to your feet to look good. You need these clothes to hide your weight. Oh, you need this hair to look pretty. It's like, it's just always picking at the shame or like pulling the shame out. So now it's like, okay, you just need to like know what that is. And like, all right, I want this makeup for me. Because I like how I feel.
I want to express myself the way I want to.
And that's the goal, and that's it. And we not even forget it. We don't even know about it. Yeah. Don't even know about it.
When we were little
know?
kids, we did like, think of the last time like you put up makeup or on an outfit not to leave the house. And like, it's most likely when you were a little kid. I used to put a full face of makeup on all the time just to walk around and look at myself in the mirror, do a little show.
Yeah.
Like, what do I feel like with lipstick on? You know, explore.
The shame is deep. And then, being a man, being a black man, like, like got your legs crossed, that's gay as shit. Or like the homophobia, all that. And then trying to fit in. And then even feeling alone because we want to be alone because we don't want to be alone. So like it's just the societal pressure, man. It's just always that's dividing you to look within somebody else, within yourself, and just promoting fucking shame within you, and you don't even know that that's what's happening. Right. So like when I'm talking about those, and this is stuff I practice every day because I have to because it's so easy. It's so easy to slip right back into it. Look at Krystyna's numbers. Look at my numbers. Why are they not like that? Yeah, see, they're not like that. See, they're never going to be like that. And it just keeps going.
Your brain is always looking for proof.
Yeah, look at this. And it's a false thought, And when it's just not that, when like she's happy with what she's doing, I'm happy with what I'm doing. And that's all that matters. Like the comparison. You know what I'm saying? Like and leading right back to shame. Shame. The girl with the bell. Nah, man.
I want to get this is supposed to be fun.
On
my arm as a reminder because you have to work hard to stay soft and you have to remind yourself every day that like none of this is real. It's all money is fake. Man. It's not real. Obviously in the society it can get you things and places and freedoms and all this stuff. But like don't like to be so stressed about the shit that we stress about in our brains is just preventing us from being truly happy. So and it seems like you have this access to yourself now that most people on this earth, frankly, don't. Yeah, man, because we're just here for, we're just in this body and we just float it's a meat
spirits.
sack that we rented.
And then
truly.
And then and I think that's what the country is and the world is feeling this control from these older entities of like, this is how you need to be. And so now, like, it was great the work you're doing of like promoting young people to vote and like have that to try to untangle what is happening so there could be better future for other people. Inequality, saying that love, but like definitely have to start with it, looking within yourself and what you're actually doing and not being a villain.
Dude, I can't wait. I can't wait for the day that people love themselves enough that they don't think it takes something out of you to be compassionate towards a group of people that you are not in.
And different
like,
from.
You guys, like this is the right way is to just be it doesn't take anything out of you. There's no tax.
Yeah.
There's no nothing. Like it's just human to if you don't know what they're going through, listen.
The humanity of it all.
Yeah.
That's it. So yeah, I dedicate my art to that and that's all I can fucking do. And that's the other thing that just keeps you present. I just do the best I can every day and being happy, right? Being happy. Like even today, like woke up, ladies here, y'all here. Like, I'm just so fucking happy, even though, like, the voice is worrying about so many of the things that's down the line that didn't even happen yet.
Yep.
Didn't even happen yet. And the things behind me that I should have did.
Yeah.
That tornado. Shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Or gonna do's. You know, just, and you're in the middle of that eye of the storm, and just, I take those deep breaths and I'm present. I'm just sitting here on this nice little chair.
Yeah.
And talking to you on this podcast.
Well, we're glad you are. Glad you are.
Chilling, that's it.
Thank you for being here, man.
Thank you for having
so
me.
much for sharing your
Yes,
story with
guys,
us.
we fucked, and I'm not one of the guys that fucked. No. Yay, I'm chilling.
Where can we find you online? What do you want to promote? You have you have an album out?
Yes. I have an
many
album.
albums.
Yes, I have my 7th album called FRETTY is out. It's an EP. You can stream it on anywhere where you get your music. Hit up my website, my shows, NOREDAVIS.com for tickets. I'll be in Boston, Brooklyn, on tour with Duran Bernard. He's a great artist, opening up for him. And I'll be in Seattle. I'll be in Austin, the Creek and the Cave. Remember Rebecca? I love that venue. And I will also be in Los Angeles, June 10th, doing the UCB Theater.
Nice.
Doing that, called Grown Child, like an hour. So putting all the material together as like 1 hour. And subscribe to my YouTube, NORE-Davis. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, highly recommend if Nore's come into one of the cities that you live in to come check it out. Our listeners are very good about engaging with guests, supporting live comedy. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
This is great.
This has been Guys We Fucked, the anti-slut shaming podcast. We will talk to you next Friday. Bye.